This is Newcap News with Lauren Poland.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. Mike, a huge day for the Bobcats, getting some nationwide recognition.
Yeah, a CBC crew was in Lloyd at the game last night, filming the game and talking to some fans, and today they talked to the players. I'll have that full story in sports.
Looking forward to it. And Gerard, it is the middle of December, but when you walk outside, there is no way that you could tell.
Could be a spring day or easily a summer day, except for that colder temperature that we are feeling, but there's no snow. I don't think anybody's complaining too much about that. We do have some in the forecast, about a 30% chance for the Battlefoods later on this evening. But for us, it's just basically the cloud cover. We've got some fronts coming in to deal with as well. The winds have been east-southeast generally for the better part of the day, not gusting as they did in the previous day. Humidity at the moment at 82% and the wind chill going from a -19 to warming up to a -9 during across the region. The highest temperature we've seen today in the Midwest has actually been -7 just at about 2 o'clock. For Cold Lake and area, your high was at a -8, and for the Battlefoods, a similar -8 situation. So you see the temperatures haven't fallen off that much, even with that cloud cover that we're seeing. But for the Battlefoods, running a 30% chance of possibly some flurries on the overnights. But we'll talk about the details of all of that a little later on in the program.
Offering students equal education just got a bit easier in Lloydminster. The city has passed a new education levy, giving the public and Catholic school districts the ability to tap into some municipal dollars.
Those dollars then go to sort of make sure that there is no barrier based on where you reside, and it's sort of a seamless or universal access to the programs that are provided in the division.
Diachuk says it's been quite the process, taking 3 years to complete. The Public School Division approved the levy last night, while the Catholic School Division is jumping on board next week. He says it's a huge accomplishment for everyone.
I'm very proud of our board and the efforts they've put in and working with the city to really make what I think is probably one of the most historic changes to the education part of the charter.
There will be no actual changes at Border City schools since the district's programs are already available for all students. The change is to taxation, but Diachuk says it will actually mean less dollars from the taxpayers. During the holiday season, homes are decked out with an array of decorations and lights. While the displays look beautiful, it can be easy to forget about the potential dangers they bring.
The Canadian Association of Fire Chiefs want to make sure you and your loved ones are safe this Christmas. Their advice ranges from keeping your trees moist to making sure you have working smoke alarms. Lloydminster Fire Chief Todd Gustafson wants to add one more idea to the list. Be careful with candles.
People enjoy them, they like them, but quite often the simplest little thing can cause a problem. So as far as I'm concerned, if you remove the risk, you don't have the problem.
Gustafson adds you should be very careful with your extension cords, something Home Hardware floor manager Sean Burton agrees with.
Make sure they're not broken or frayed, and make sure they're heavy enough for the plants that you're putting on it and for the amount of lights you're going to use.
Always make sure you stay in the room you are making food in, and don't throw whatever you want in your fireplace.
Yeah, if you do have a built-in fireplace or a wood stove, make sure you're not putting Christmas paper in there, because it can go up the chimney and certainly cause a fire. So yeah, you gotta be really careful with that.
Gustafson knows people get into the spirit and have too many cocktails at this time of year. He wants to make sure you are aware of the dangers in your house when drinking.
Well, touch wood, the past few Christmases, everybody's played safe and everybody's had a good Christmas, so hopefully we can continue that.
Emmett Murphy, Newcap News.
Well, area residents will feel what a dog day is really like tomorrow as the SPCA holds its annual Jail and Bail fundraiser. 4 special guests will be locked in a kennel at the SPCA for 12 hours. Lloyd FM's Kurt Price is bunking with the dog for the 4th year. The veteran knows to expect a long and smelly but really fun day.
And I'm expecting it to be a really happy day, because I think the city is going to step up, and I think I'm going to reach my goal of $10,000, and I think it's going to be encouraging to reach that goal of $10,000, and it's going to be fulfilling.
Price's goal of $10 grand far exceeds previous year's totals. Donations have gone up from $400 to a record $6,000 last year.
People say that's crazy, you'll never get $10,000, but that's why I put it at $10,000, because I am crazy. I'm going to spend 12 hours in a kennel with a dog.
Price plans on sneaking in a laptop so that he can post pictures and chat with supporters. You can donate by heading to the SPCA or by calling 875-2809. Coming up, a tragic murder-suicide south of Calgary claims the lives of 4 young adults.